Okay, back to the booklet. And we've done a lot of we should have everything assigned to a style sheet. All the extra returns out. So what do we want to do next? I know one thing I want to do. Let's go here. I want to make sure this text here is all caps is actually left aligned. So if you're in that line of copy and you want to change it, it just gets kind of tricky. It is truly best just to click outside, have nothing selected, and then modify or change your styles. So under copy, I just want to make a copy of it, duplicate it. Instead of copy, I want to say copy in all caps. Let's even do this so I know what I'm talking about. And then one thing I'm going to modify is indent and spacing, and just take out the first line indent. Okay, so if I hit OK here, now I've got to go assign this new style. So I click on every all capped line and change and again, go through everything. See, I missed a couple. Double click and get rid of those extra returns. Copy in all caps, copy in all caps, go through all that, and I'll just go back to the first one. Forests, and make sure this is set up properly. Copy all caps. So you can modify text in your style sheets so quickly. Once you've got them all set up properly, you can, and it's going to show through here several times. I really don't like this font that I used. I may not want this so bold, but it'll change. But I just want to get everything to fit within the parameters first, and then start adding the photographs, and we'll see how it works out. Okay, so my style sheets are done right now. Let's go and add photographs. And I know we're going to work on this column right here. The first two subheads are going to contain two small photographs. And let me go ahead and go back to your instructions here real quick. Oh, I forgot the first one. The first one's going to be the panda on the forest. And then the next two are going to be small ones where I was talking here originally. Let's put the panda in first. Let's go to the beginning. Now this graphic frame is created on parent B, so I can't select it. However, if I go to File, Place, and I go to my Assets folder, and Forest, Panda, Open, and I use this loaded icon and click on the graphic frame, it actually goes in there. And now you can see all the anchor points. You can click and select it again. Now I can always go back and select it. I'm going to check and make sure this is fitting the way I want to, fill frame proportionally so the whole photograph's in there. But again, that's going to be your choice as a designer, how the photo fits. Just make sure that it's in proportion. Clicking on it, there's my proportions. Now let's go back here. And I know this said 1.75. Let's double check it. So these two photographs are going to align right with the all cap letters. And it's going to have an indent on here. And then we're going to put an anchor so it always stays with the line of copy. Okay, so we've got the child and we've got, what's the next one? Okay, the little tree. Okay, so 1.75 inches. InDesign. Grabbing my graphic frame, I'm going to go with the X here so I can see a little bit better. 1.5 by 1.75, sorry. 1.75. Nice square. Here it is right here. Grabbing it. I'm going to align it with the top of the T on force. I'll go right there. Drag it over so it aligns with the guideline. We're going to put text wrap on here. Wrap around bounding box or wrap around object shape. We're doing the bounding box. Okay. Still selected. File, Place. Grabbing the young child. Putting him in there. Click in the middle. You can right click or go to Object, Fitting, Fill Frame Proportionally. Perfect. Looks pretty good. If you got to move them left or right, you could do that. Clicking back on the frame itself with the black arrow tool. Changing the text wrap to making sure this is not linked but unchained here because we want to only modify the left indent here. the offset. I'll just go 2, okay, 1/8 of an inch here. All right, now, if you go and change your text, you got your photographs all placed where you want them, but then you go, oh, my copy, I got to change this a little bit or redo the formatting a little bit. If you do that, let me just put in a return in here and show you what happens. The photos remain as placed, right? But they're not staying with the text, and that's going to cause a problem after a while. So what we're going to do, text is in the right place. There's a little anchor point right here. I'm going to click and drag it and move it to the forest, this little line. So it is now anchored. So if you change your formatting, or somebody adds 2 or 3 words and edits the text, and things modify, you don't want to go to every page in a document and move photographs around. You want to anchor them. So that worked out really nicely. Now the next one, we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to copy and paste because it's the same size picture. And I'll just move it down here for a second. This is not going to work. I can tell that already. Let me just move this down, place it where it's supposed to be horizontally with funding, and I'll go ahead and do a file place, and I'll put the small tree in here. This still didn't kind of stay as fitting. Okay, fit frame proportionally. Okay. Now, here's where I know I've got an issue. I'm going to go ahead and jump this over and anchor it to the right place. But here's a good example of changing your formatting and the reason you want to anchor images. So if I have to, this has to fit on page 4. You can't split a photograph. This just looks kind of silly. So I'm going to go and make sure I click outside, nothing selected, go to my style sheets, and change my copy. So double clicking it, let's go ahead and change formatting a little bit. Let's go to 10.5 on 13.5, and everything fits pretty well. Hit OK. And notice changing my style sheets did not manipulate the placement and create issues with my graphics that I had placed already. So that's perfect. Great. Okay. Next one is going to go over here by the logging. Let's see what the parameters are here. So we did this one. We've got that. We modified our style sheets to fit everything. Everything works well. The next one is putting the picture in here and then a caption as well. Let's see. 4.5 by 2.5. Let's go and add this in here. Okay, InDesign. I'm going to work outside the pasteboard area, clicking out here, 4.5 by 2.5 inches. Hit OK. If I move it in, it's just going to hide the text when I put a picture in it. So put the text wrap on it first. There we go. I'll go ahead and place the image. File menu place. Put logging in. It's huge. Right click, fitting, fill frame proportionally. Okay, then take this image and stick it where it's supposed to go. And I'm going to jump up. And for some reason, I don't like it did not. There we go. Now it's in the right place. Okay, so side by side, it's fitting in the column guide really well. I want to pull it down to put it in between text and the uppercase copy here. All right, so that's done. Next is going to be a caption, and I'm going to provide you a caption text file as well. But I'm going to go ahead and copy it from here. Copying, because I don't have the text file ready. Just realized I did not have that. So I'll copy that, stick it in InDesign. Again, I like to work out in the pasteboard area, not manipulate, modify different things. Okay, this came over. It pasted as, let's see, copy. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to actually make this what I want it to be first. So do a select all. I'm going to make this 8 on 9. And again, you can go and change this anytime you want to. I don't really want it the same everything. Do I want it? Medium condensed. We can do that. Maybe add a little bit more leading in here then. Okay, I do want to go to paragraph. Take out my first line indent. Okay, and then make this a new. See, I don't like that. That's worked out. We're going to make it a style sheet. So I'm going to undo that. I do like going to the hamburger thing once in a while. New paragraph style sheet, because it pulls up the copy you have selected or your text tool inside. This is going to be caption. And I'm not going to base it on copy. I'm just going to go back to no paragraph style just to not modify anything, mess anything up. Hit OK. Make sure this is now on caption. Okay. Now I've got my text frame here for my caption. I'm going to align it right to the bottom of the text or the graphic above it. Make it the width of the column. I'm going to put text wrap on it. And now we're going to do one more thing. I want to make sure there's a little space, there's a little inset in this text frame. So I think it's here. Maybe object. Okay, text frame options in the object menu. I'm going to make sure the inset spacing is not linked, but I just want to modify the top. And that's perfect. Works out really well. Hit OK. That works really, really well. And then we'll have to do the same thing, is linking this in, or anchoring it into the text. So when you modify your style sheets, the graphic will stay where it's at right now. Let's go back to the instructions. I do believe it's in here. I've got the style sheet. I've got the inset spacing, controlling the text frame here. Okay, when placing is complete, group the photo and the text frame and then anchor it. So let's go back to InDesign. We're going to select just the text frame for the caption, then shift click on the graphic element. Make sure there are no, little points here, boxes on the text frame, because I'm going to move this just so you can see it. So if I move this, I've only got the graphic and the caption selected. I'm going to group this, object, group, and then take my little anchor point and anchor it after the paragraph. So now I've got all my images anchored. Okay. The next thing we got to do is, okay, now we know page 7 is going to be a B because it's starting a new topic. So I'll go to my pages. Page 7. Let's make sure we're on page 7. Okay, 6 and 7. All right, just making sure. B parent, right page, click and drag to page 7 only. And now we've got B, our picture frame, and fresh water. We want to jump to the next page, so we're going to add a little jump here. So putting the cursor before fresh water, type. Oh gosh, now I've got to go back. I don't want to do the shortcut. Let's go back here for a second and find out where the command is to jump this over. Okay, fresh water. Okay, type menu, insert break, or okay, page break. Here we go. In type menu. All right, type menu. InDesign. Cursor before F in fresh water. Type menu. Insert break. We're going to do page break. There we go. And now that's in the proper place. And you start over. Can't click on here because it's on B parent. Fresh water. Let's take a look at the final. Oh, it's right here. Fresh water is going to be, oh, very, very nice. The little waterfall. File place. Go to fresh water, waterfall. Oh, that's a different one. Let me undo that. Do I have it in here? File place. I guess it really doesn't matter. Oh, there it is, fresh water. Okay. And we'll pop that in there. Oh, I had to pop that in there, and I'll pop this one in here. Good grief. Okay. Fitting, fill frame proportionally, and then you are all set to continue with the next two small photographs, a big photograph. Pop oceans onto the next right page. You might have to actually, put this in twice as far as type, insert break character, and do a column break or page break, maybe twice, who knows. But go ahead and go through here. You can copy these back over and copy. It's easy to do this. Just copy all three, copy, go to freshwater, paste in here. Oop, they all didn't come over. Maybe I gotta do that one at a time. But you can just type, bring this over, place it where, of course, start over here. Let's do this the right way, Julie. Go over here, copy, go to page 8, put this in the right place. First align it with the letter forms here, then align it with the column guide. I'm going the wrong way. Copy and paste this one, align with the top. Whoops, see that I had, there we go. Move over. They're ready to go. And then you just change the photographs. So, and my formatting's not done, and that's okay. Copy all caps, copy all caps. And if something like this happens, what you can do is shift return and force the governance to go to the next line. If you do a return, you're actually adding a paragraph return in here. Let me show you this real quick too. Type, show hidden characters. This is a paragraph return. Let me take that out, deleting. This is a shift return. You get a different icon, and it also doesn't put space after both lines of copy. So go ahead and go through here and get all the elements in here, and then we'll go through the next phase.